And we had more technical difficulties just now because I keep forgetting for some reason to unmute coming out of the break. Coming back. Hey, this is Glimo. I'm the keeper of the chronicles for this Call of Cthulhu Masks of Nyarlathotep campaign, and it was a little bit of a break. I hope everyone had or at least the U.S. folks had a good Thanksgiving. Um, Canadians, you got yours last month, so we're finally all caught up.
Yep.
But we
And
got to enjoy your Black Friday.
yes, I enjoyed staying the hell away from all the stores on Black Friday.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Over the last few weeks, I finished up the Call of Cthulhu computer game. It has issues. The puzzle solving mechanics are super reminiscent of Myst or Seventh Guest from way back in the DOS era. You have to touch everything and hope to randomly stumble across important items sometimes. And the save game mechanism was super annoying. The game auto saves for you, but only when it feels that you've advanced the story far enough. And when it does, it deletes your last autosave.
Okay.
So if you want to go back and see what would have happened if you tried something differently, you either have to force quit before it saves, or you have to start a whole new game right back from the beginning. And for a non-combat game, you end up in a whole bunch of situations where you just die. Like, instantly, monster catches up to you and you just die. Fortunately, the save points are really never that far back. It's just super annoying. So, for $40, it was worth the money. But I can totally see how the Xbox and PS4 crowd feel ripped off because, what was it, 60 on PS4, Bill? You're on mute, Bill.
Yeah, it was 60. And yeah, I had a lot of the same complaints as you. Some of the boss battles, you had to find the random dagger amongst a bunch of daggers and try them. And that one doesn't work, so go try a different one. And there's no rhyme or reason as to which one it is. You're just breaking display cases and pulling daggers out and trying it. And you get maybe one or two shots before that guy catches up to you and takes you out insta-kill.
Yeah.
So it's like trial and error.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, and that particular fight, even if you have found the right one, more than half the time the random number generator catches up with you before you do what you need to do with that item, and so then you're dead and you've got to start all over again.
Yep. And there's a few little things like that where it's just, okay, try the random thing. Maybe you get it on the third or fourth or fifth or 10th try.
Yep.
Yeah, like you were saying, it's a lot like Myst. That's what I get that total feeling where it's basically anything that you can touch because there might be something in it.
Yep. I've been reading online and apparently there's 4 endings.
Oh, really?
I only experienced 2 of them. And I would have had to go back and replay the entire game. Because in order to get one of the endings, you basically can screw that up in the first 30 seconds of the game. You have to, in order to get one of the particular endings, you have to not drink any alcohol that's offered to you in the entire course of the game, and you get offered a drink in the first scene. So if you take it, then you can't get one of the endings.
Now, sorry, this is just a thought. Have you guys ever heard of the Shadowrun games by Harenbrain's Games?
Yeah.
I think it would have worked better a lot I think it would have worked pretty good as that type of game, like RTA, not RTS, a turn-based, an RPG with basically turn-based combat. That way you could have like multiple people and shit. Like you could have a professor, you could have a detective, this shit and that shit. It would have been a lot more like the tabletop game. But that's just my thought.
Yeah, I think they did okay with what they had, but I mean, I would probably bitch no matter what. It was,
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
all
the
things
story-
considered, it was an okay game. But
right. I mean, the story was interesting. I didn't find out until afterwards there's multiple paths to get to certain things. It somewhat railroads you, but there's branches at each one before it comes back to the main plot.
yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, looking at some of the trophies you can get from doing certain accomplishments in there, I could see how I could go back and play it again and not get certain trophies and avoid other ones that I did get. Which, yeah, usually when you choose a certain path, it'll say this has affected your fate.
yep.
And I can tell it changing things.
I really enjoyed their insanity mechanic.
Yeah, I went crazy. So
Oh yeah, me too.
What is the insanity mechanic, by the way?
So
Like, how is that work?
as you start going insane, like your field of vision will get wonky. Like you'll have panic attacks sometimes, and if you don't leave the area that's causing the panic attack fast enough, like the field of darkness just closes in on you, and so you're all tunnel visioned. At the end, if you go like super insane, you start seeing hallucinations, and it does like weird things with skewing the lighting so that everything's blurry, and you don't really know what way's up, what way's down.
So, is it? Sorry, I was just wondering. It's kind of like a fuck. What was it? Something to do with darkness, eternal darkness or something. Wait, Sanity's Requiem. Yeah, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem.
Never played that one.
I don't know that one.
Well, it's basically like something that has a sanity mechanic where it's actually a lot more meta than that, because if you get low enough sanity, then the game just starts to fuck with you.
Okay.
Like there's basically this one where the game just has a blue screen, but it's not actually real. And there's also one where the volume just turns all the way down. It actually like shows the old volume meter. And like it's actually like really cool. It's also Lovecraftian as well, and you get to play as different people from different time periods.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyways.
I also got super cool new Twitch emotes and badges. So subscribers now get an elder sign, and I've got 3 different levels of Cthulhu badge for subscribers. So pretty cool there. I'll throw them in the chat here, over on the Twitch chat. But that's all there. So that's kind of cool. Oh, and I finally got my physical boxed set of Mask of Nyarlathotep. The artwork is really, really well done on this. All of the books have really good artwork inside and out. And it comes with this cool dedicated keeper's screen just for masks, which helps me keep track of all sorts of cool stuff.
That's pretty badass.
So that's super helpful and useful. And that's about all what's going on with me. What's everybody else been up to? Sean, you've had adventures in connectivity.
Yeah, basically 5 days without internet.
Did you die?
Yeah, and then still struggling to get it up. So last night I went, some buddies did a test run to make sure I could get everything working today because I need to play. I need some stress relief.
I understand. Bill, what's going on with you?
Also, I have also finished the Call of Cthulhu video game. That was last week. This week was pretty much back to work. Took the kids to a slot car racing place yesterday afternoon after having breakfast with Santa. And they had a great time watching the little cars go around and crashing them in every corner. Daddy has to run to every corner and put them back on the track. So I cut my exercise in yesterday.
Nice. Matt, what's going on with you?
Well, to be honest, nothing much. I've just been working. I'm trying to do some Delta Green. I'm trying to run a Delta Green game, but I'm fucking lazy and procrastinating. And if anyone doesn't know what Delta Green is, long story, just look it up. I don't want to take up anyone's time.
It's Call of Cthulhu, but with the military, with a special military unit that knows about the mythos.
Not necessarily military, more like government agency.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could be like in the FBI, the CDC, shit like that. You basically just know about the mythos and you can't tell anyone. And you're the guy that's actually responsible for covering shit up.
But it's also like they added these misery porn elements, right? Because your character is meant to just degrade over time.
Oh yeah, like there's these things called like bonds, and as you go more and more insane, you lose those bonds, and you gain more bonds that are actually part of the coterie, as we'll call it. Because yeah, the coterie is the one that's there for you and shit, and your fucking significant other, support group, whatever, they don't know what the fuck's going on. You can't tell them, so it's not really therapeutic.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with Delta Green. Nice.
Yeah, I think like the Delta Green I'm playing, it's like the newer one, which takes place after Delta Green is reestablished. Because I think at one point there was like a fall of some sort.
Yeah, the sort of, if you want the British take of the Laundry Files, is like the British version, Delta Green.
Oh, nice. The Laundry Files.
Cool.
I've heard of that.
That was me.
Is that a Fate game?
Well, Cube 9 published it. It's based on a novel series by Charles Strauss. And basically, there's the British government bureaucracy fighting against Cthulhu.
That's nice.
Cool. George, what's been going on with you?
Oh, just busy with work. Though I started playing some iPad games myself. I went back to Don't Starve and Darkest Dungeon, and just watching a bunch of YouTube videos to remember all this institutional knowledge that I'd forgotten.
Yeah, Don't Starve drove me crazy. That damn thing.
That's good. You just have to be super efficient.
Yeah.
The clock is always against you.
Yep. And I'm one of those that has to check everything out. Yeah.
Carl, what's been going on with you?
I don't know when did we last talk? Just before Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Let's see. Not much. I ended up solving my PlayStation catastrophe, which my PlayStation 3 exploded, and decided to replace it with an Xbox One S. Couldn't really go wrong with $200 Black Friday. Plus, the added thing, which I almost screwed up, was that I do not actually have an AV receiver that would actually take a new Blu-ray player that only has HDMI out. So, yeah, saving money would have cost me money. So here I am. So I got the Minecraft bundle. I've been actually playing Minecraft, so I got a 4K TV, but playing a game that requires probably like 320 by 240 resolution.
Nice. Oh, I'm gonna be going back into retro gaming. Tomorrow my PlayStation Retro should be arriving, and I plan to be just marathoning Final Fantasy VII.
Is that the thing that comes like pre-built with like a bunch of old games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the kids the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo versions with 80 some odd games on each one of them, and all I played is Legend of Zelda on pretty much both of them.
Is there a copy of Tekken on PlayStation?
You know, I didn't even look to see what other games were on it. I saw Final Fantasy VII and said I must have this.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'll let you know next time we play what else is on it.
That was like the only PS1 game I really played for like any amount of time, but it's great fun.
Cool.
Yeah, the Nintendo one has Final Fantasy 1. I'm like, oh, I remember this one.
How is it the Final Fantasy if you're only on like the first one?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it was because like
all fantasies.
I think it was because the maker of the game thought it would be his last game, but it turned out not to be.
13 Final Fantasies later.
13 Final Fantasies progressing more and more into a hallway simulator.
I don't want to know.
That was one of the big complaints actually about Call of Cthulhu, you know, because everyone a lot of people expected it was going to be a combat game, and I kept seeing on the Steam forums people saying, "Oh, what is this, a walking simulator?"
Yeah, but yeah, have you guys ever heard of Underworld Ascension?
Yes.
Yeah, it's getting lambasted for like, you know, some graphical glitches. The game's fine though.
The
like
biggest thing is that they forgot to put a save system in
it. You can actually manually save now, and there's that tree that you could just plant on any patch of dirt you want.
Right, but you can't save in the underworld.
Right. But yeah, you can save in like the hub world, right?
Right. So you gotta go if you're playing and you've gotten pretty far into the game, you basically have to battle your way after you decide, okay, you know what, I'm done for the night. You've got to battle your way back out to the top, which can take like an hour. Yeah, I'm an unhappy Kickstarter backer.
Has anyone actually successfully backed a Kickstarter and got the thing that they were like actually promised?
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know how many things I've back? The success rate's not too great. Because a lot of times, you know, even if I get what I backed, it's like I go, yeah, they gave me what I promised, but I'm not 100% sure this is what I really wanted.
Yeah, it's usually way late.
I got 3 years late. Still waiting.
There's one that the guy keeps saying he's going to send it. It's been 4 years, and he's basically out of it was a board game, and he's out of the board game business, and he sends it when he has some extra dollars to send a few. So according to him, he's sending a couple a week to the 700 backers, but I'm like, well, that would have been done a couple of years ago. He would have gotten through all 700.
Sad.
Yeah. But yeah, every 6 months we get an update from him saying, I'm still here and I'm still sending things out. Right. And then everybody's commenting, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Has anybody seen it? Nobody comes on and says that they've gotten anything.
Awesome.
Man. RPG Kickstarters where dreams go to die.
Yeah,
I did back Fate during the kickstarting and got the books on that. So
same here.
And I got what I got.
Hey, I mean, we wouldn't have 7th edition Call of Cthulhu without the Kickstarter.
Yep.
Of course,
We also
because
wouldn't
the
have the dude off
Kickstarter
the
went
green.
so badly, the CEO was forced to resign. But
Wait, what happened?
oh yeah, it was like a whole thing. Like the guy who was running Chaosium ended up getting forced out of the company because he completely like mishandled the Kickstarter and the funds, and like Chaosium was like days away from bankruptcy.
Oh yeah, and I think like Sandy Peterson and some other guy
Yeah,
had to come back in.
Sandy and Greg came back, exercised their founders shares, and threw the guy out of the company, and then basically merged the company with the company that they'd sold. What's their fantasy RPG? I keep wanting to say Glorithania, but that's the name of the world. No.
RuneQuest.
RuneQuest.
Yes, RuneQuest. Yeah. So.
Hopeful for the Savage World turns out well.
Yeah. Fucking. Anyways.
So, who remembers what happened 3 weeks ago?
I remember we tried to break in somewhere, but the cops kept hassling us. We spent a night in jail. And I think
Got out of jail.
Oh, yeah. Well, not because we forced our way out. We were literally just let out.
Still counts.
Yeah, like, hey, guys, I escaped from prison. No, you served your sentence, idiot.
The important thing is we're not in jail.
Yeah.
Yet.
Oh, we found out that those
Yeah.
cultists were not there. The captain said that he killed them, but there's no evidence of that.
Yeah, he killed them. Wink.
Or yeah, the captain is suspicious.
Yeah.
I don't think he told
Gotta
you
pull
he
up my
killed
notes.
them. He just said they fell down some stairs.
Yeah, they fell down some stairs on a couple of bullets, you know what I mean? They died from lead poisoning. And I'd swear, they didn't have any money in their pockets. Their wallets were just empty. Anyways.
All right, let's see here. Oh, what day is it today?
So it is Monday morning, and you have the reading of Jackson's will at 10 a.m. at the lawyer's office.
Okay, let's go see the will.
So let me see here. I got Hilton Adams is framed. So this is my random notes from last game, which are pretty bad. But they weren't meant to last for like 3 or 4 weeks since we last played. So let's see. Hilton Adams is accused of other murders in the manor of Jackson Elias. Hilton Adams is framed? ? Lieutenant Poole thinks there's unanswered questions at Hilton's trial. He had 3 suspects, but they were taken away by Captain Walter Robson before Poole could question them. We are not sure where the 3 cultists are at the moment. 3 question marks. Let's talk to Millie Adams, completely random. Get in touch with Miss Erica Carlisle's sister through Bradley Gray. Going to Juju House. Got arrested. Kenyan tribes think blood cult god is not from Africa. Jackson investigated Carlisle expedition is convinced that blood cult killed them. Files in the Prospera House may contain information we haven't been shown. That's very random.
Sounds almost like an insane version of what happened last session.
These were just kind of like I think they were things to check out. I don't know. I need a journal system like all my other RPGs. Where's the quest log?
Did we make improvement rolls for last time, or did we not?
Yeah, that was ages ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Yeah, no more until you leave New York.
Okay, so I got this and this. All right, cool. Just checking.
Yeah, and I rolled so poorly the last couple of times. I don't even think I have a success on it.
Yeah, and I remember
Well,
rolling
that
a
just means your
critical.
skills okay already, right?
Yeah, I remember rolling a Cthulhu Mythos critical, so I'm proud of that one.
Nice.
Yeah, I just
What do you
remember
have,
last
like 6%
time, it's
or
like,
something?
it's good we didn't get into combat. Let's just put it that way.
What's your Cthulhu mythos?
My character's Cthulhu Mythos is 5.
Ah,
Yeah, so
Look at
he got a
you.
1. Anyways,
clearly, I don't know what's going on.
So
it's Monday. We're going to the attorney, right?
yep.
is that where we're off to?
Let's start there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be 10 a.m.
So, Carlton Ramsey has scheduled the reading of Jackson's will for the morning of Monday, January 19th. The reading takes place at Ramsey's office in Harlem on 124th Street and Lenox Avenue. The office is small, simply decorated, and neatly kept, housing only Ramsey and his secretary, Willa Singh. Before the reading itself, Ramsey fetches a bottle of good bootleg bourbon out of a cupboard and offers everyone an eye opener if you'd like one.
Yeah, the eye opener is he just gets naked and starts reading the will.
On this solemn occasion, I would like that type of eye opener.
On this solemn occasion, he just starts unzipping his pants.
Whoa.
He offers his condolences and spends some time sharing memories of Jackson and his exploits, often shaking his head in mock disbelief and chuckling. For all the sadness of the occasion, Ramsey is happy to have other friends of Jackson's around.
It's like when you smile at a funeral.
Or, the day after a funeral.
Oh, yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm glad that guy's dead. Anyways, yeah, my guy takes some alcohol and, yucks it up, I guess.
So, during the chat, Ramsey mentions that Jackson visited him the day before his death and updated his will. Although Jackson didn't say anything explicitly, Ramsey believed that that Jackson was in fear for his life and wanted to make sure that his affairs were in order should the worst happen. Ramsey then reads the will, breaking off frequently to explain various details further. The important points are Jackson has given full power of attorney to Ramsey, who has complete authority to liquidate his assets. Ramsey is instructed to use these assets to create and manage a fund. Jackson requests that any friends of his who attend the reading make use of this fund to continue his investigation of the Carlisle expedition. Ramsey will make disbursements from the fund to pay for travel, accommodation, living costs, equipment purchases, legal bills, and medical expenses. Participating investigators should make sure that they acquire the necessary receipts and send them on to Ramsey in a timely fashion. Ramsey is also to act as a central point of contact for those involved. If the investigators split into multiple groups, he will continue to coordinate communications between them. He'll also assist with the recruitment if investigators need to hire people with special skills, or to bolster their numbers should any of them be unable to continue.
What are we, like chopped liver?
Apparently, we're not the people with special skills.
Given how well you all rolled last time,
No kidding.
Yeah, fucking.
Everybody has an off day.
When he visited Ramsey the previous week, Jackson also left a note to be read to the investigators in the event of his death. And I will share this with you guys if I can find my handouts. So the note reads, "Greetings from beyond the grave. By now you know that all I've really left you is a whole heap of trouble. If I were still around to have an opinion on the matter, I would understand if you decided to walk away from it all. Hell, if I'm dead right now, that's a good indication I should have done the same. But you know me too well, and I know you too well. If you were the kind of person who always did the sensible thing, we wouldn't be such good friends. You've been there when I needed you in the past, and I hope you will be again, even if it's too late to save me. I've been pulling threads all over the world, and while most of them are still unraveling, I think I'm onto something big. Carlton and Jonah can fill you in on more of the details. I've left some of my papers and notes with them, which should help you work out which hornet's nest you need to poke next. I trust you to bring my killers to justice. Of course, I'm assuming I was murdered. It will be just plain embarrassing if I was run over by a trolley car. Follow my investigation to its bloody end, and seek out the truth. I'm not asking you to finish my book. None of you can write worth a damn. Your friend always, Jackson.
Hey, that was rude.
Yeah, I resemble that.
Doesn't matter if I can't spell, I can still write.
That's what editors are for.
Yeah.
Ghostwriters.
Literally in this case.
As you know, Jackson came into quite the sum of wealth from your adventures in Peru. This forms the bulk of Jackson's funds, in addition to the profits from his writing career. The total value of his assets comes out to a little more than $50,000.
Sweet.
Adjust for inflation. We can.
So,
Full employment. We're investigating this expedition until I die. Which probably is pretty soon.
Did anyone else show up for the reading of the will?
no, it's just you guys. You're the only ones who are mentioned in the will.
Huh. So he like disinherited his family?
He didn't have any family. You guys were pretty much the closest thing to family that he had.
Oh, that's nice.
Yet somewhat sad.
I guess it's tough to keep a significant other when you're constantly chasing death cults around the world.
A little bit.
I actually did the math. It's like $635,000 basically. Yeah, so it's quite a bit of money. Sorry.
I say we investigate Tahiti.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Some
Carlton
Tahiti's
kind of chuckles and says I'm glad that you're all putting on such a brave face for this. But seriously, gentlemen, are you all willing and able to help out our friend?
Sure.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Good,
All right.
good. So as I said, if there's things that you need, just I can work up a little bit of petty cash to get you started, and then after that, just send me on receipts.
Okay.
Just
You mentioned that he had some other papers about things that he was tracking.
He says, I think that Jonah Kensington probably would have most of what you might need over at Prospero House. He says the only thing I have is the letter that he instructed me to read to you.
there's a lot of lawyers. Wait, I thought this Ramsey dude was his lawyer.
No, Kensington's his publisher.
Kensington is publisher. Let's see.
You guys might remember you met with Jonah last session.
Right. He had the
Gave you a
extra
bunch of paperwork.
we were trying to get at that he kind of shuffled to the side and we weren't able to get.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, actually, I'd say he wasn't very forthcoming with some of the information when we were there yesterday.
Really? What? That doesn't seem like him. What? Do you have any idea what it was that he was concerned about?
No, that he had some additional paperwork in a folder that he kind of kept obscured from us.
He says, give me a moment, and he walks out of the room for a few minutes, and a few minutes later he comes back and says, "Well, I've given a call over to Jonah's office." He says, "I think given the givens, I can count on your discretion, but it appears that Jonah was deeply worried that some of the more recent documents that he got from Jackson would reflect poorly on Jackson's memory. I've tried to impress upon him that this is very important that he share this with you. So if you head over to his office this afternoon, he should be able to give you that last bit of paperwork."
That makes sense. We've seen some crazy shit.
Yeah.
No doubt. I only know a little bit of what Jackson's been up to for the last 20 years, so I can only imagine since you guys have actually traveled with him several times.
Let's just say you can't print everything we've experienced. People just wouldn't believe it was real.
Or they'd go crazy. Possibility.
In the immortal words of Winston Zeddemore, I'd seen shit that'll turn you white.
And the eternal words of Winston Zeddemore, again, that's bad, isn't it? Sorry, that was stupid.
Okay, I think that's all I've got for the Wilbury. I think we got to go find out what the crazy stuff was from Mr. Kensington.
Got ourselves a source of funding.
We need Tommy guns and big boomsticks.
As long as you got a receipt. I'm just gonna keep asking for receipts for the rest of the game.
Black market receipts.
This suddenly turned into a game of accounting.
Yeah.
Thank you for shopping the black market. Come again.
Wait, who here has accounting as a skill? I don't think anyone does.
Everybody gets 5.
Yeah, okay.
All right. What's next?
I think he said like we should visit the guy tomorrow morning, was it? Or
He said this afternoon.
Yeah.
So it's
this afternoon. I'm stupid.
It's right about lunchtime now. So
okay, so
if you grab a bite, you can then head back to Prospero House.
Sounds like a plan to me.
We should go to the nicest restaurant in New York and expensive.
Get a receipt.
yeah, grab a bite and some cola, quote unquote.
So yeah, the Ritz it is, and we'll get a receipt.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, we go to the Ritz, and then he just says like, "Okay, the only Ritz you're gonna have is Ritz crackers, man. If you keep doing that shit to me."
Wait,
I could try Schwartz's Deli. I think that's around this time.
Yeah.
Actually, now that we have some cheddar, like maybe we should try to find out where that the heiress, sister survivor of the guy who went into Africa and died. She's like loaded, right? She
Mhm.
must run in some nice circles. Maybe we can find out where she goes to lunch.
Yeah, let's just be a couple random guys that question her. That's not going to be weird.
Well,
Hey, baby, what can you tell me about Kenya?
What can you tell me about your dead brother?
We could just talk to her or sort of work our way into her social circle.
Wait,
Yeah,
what's
we
our
gotta-
connection? Did we have a connection with this Bradley Gray character?
No, we just got his name that we needed to go through him if we wanted to talk to Erica Carlisle.
Okay. So we could talk to Erica or we can talk to Millie.
So
I haven't. Sorry.
in deference to it being having been 3 weeks, I'll remind you what you know here. So Gray is Erica's lawyer, and
Yes.
you were told that all communication goes through him, and he was going to be back in his office today, so you were gonna try to call him, and you know that Erica's estate is out in Westchester.
Yeah, it's where that mansion is.
And then,
Isn't that where the X-Men are?
well, you know, it's like out by White Plains.
I was talking about Westchester Mansion. It's a Call of Cthulhu.
No, not that Westchester.
Okay.
Like White Plains, Tappan Zee Bridge, that general neck of the woods.
Tappan Zee Bridge.
Westchester-
Speaking Sie Deutsch.
Yes.
Westchester is the best Chester.
Although I guess the Tappan Zee probably isn't built yet. But anyway.
X-Men Mansion, also in Westchester County.
Excellent.
Go use Cerebro and solve this whole thing right off the top.
And then Ms. Schosenberg was going to contact you as soon as she had set up a meeting with Millie via telegram at Bill's place of employment.
Right. That was, yeah, she was the New York Times writer.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, you have your super high class lunch.
Yeah.
I order a hamburger.
Excellent.
My guy gets corned beef.
We throw a few back in honor of Jackson Elias.
Yeah. I wonder if they serve enchiladas at this Ritz place.
Ooh, Tex-Mex.
I'm talking pure Mex.
It's all good.
Yeah.
The important thing is we're ordering lowbrow stuff at a highbrow place.
Yeah. Yes, hamburger with escargot.
I don't want frites. I want French fries.
Very good,
Right.
sir. Lobsters stuffed with tacos.
Have Doritos been invented yet?
I don't think they have.
Do
Yeah,
not
just
believe
have
so.
Dorito shell tacos in the 20s.
Try white toast and 2 fried chickens.
And a Coke.
Okay.
If I die, I'm gonna roll up like a total hillbilly.
Yeah.
A hillbilly or a blues brother?
All of them. There's enough death to go. Oh man, Doritos weren't invented until like 1964, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head back over to Kensington's office,
Aye.
and Jonah brings you back to his office. He says, "Gentlemen, I'm truly sorry. I just some of these pages, they're you know Jackson. You knew Jackson well. He was always a little bit eccentric, but these were just I didn't know what to make of it, and before I knew that I could trust your discretion, I wouldn't have wanted these to get into the wrong hands." And he gives you this last file of papers. The pages have been folded and stitched together to form a small quarto volume of 40 pages. Dozens of the pages are completely blank. There's a couple of pages that just have the word blood over and over and over again. And the one page that is at all intelligible is this one. And I will read this to you because the handout is not very clear.
I love that handwriting.
Many names, many forms, but all the same and toward one end. Need help. Too big, too ghastly. These dreams. Dreams like Carlyle's? Check that psychoanalyst's files. All of them survived. They'll open the gate. Why? So the power and the danger is real. Many threads beginning. The books are in Carlyle's safe. Coming for me. Will the ocean protect? Ho ho, no quitters now. Must tell and make readers believe. Should I scream for them? Let's scream together.
That slam poetry was awful. Anyways, yeah, Alejandro's gonna read this like, because he still only has English like 31, and he basically just says, "You think this has to do with that bloody tongue thing?"
Bloody tongue thing.
Yeah, the Kenyan cult. The sign of the bloody tongue. Cult of the bloody tongue.
And that the black wind was coming.
Well, that's a whole lot of crazy.
You're telling me.
So the books are in Carlisle's safe. That looks like we're going to have to try to figure out through Erica Carlisle. And are they really dead or kind of part of the cult now?
Maybe they're both. Ooh.
I suppose did he attempt to actually meet with Carlisle's sister? Did he get an audience at all?
Jonah tells you he's not sure about that. He doesn't think so, but he's not entirely sure.
Well, if he met with her, that might make it harder on us because he might have completely weirded her out.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was asking.
Who's the psychoanalyst?
Was he seeing somebody?
Yeah, I don't have any notes on any psychoanalyst.
No, I mean, I asked Kensington.
Yeah.
Kensington says, I don't know. I couldn't figure out what he meant by that.
It's two of us.
At this point, Alejandro just speaks up, just says, maybe we could go to hospital nearest to his house and see if he was patient to any of the doctors. Or maybe an asylum, or maybe even a what you call a shrink.
So Jonah reminds you that Jackson didn't have a permanent residence here in New York.
Oh, great. So we'll have to check every single shrink. So that's not going to happen. All right, so it might be a good idea to check Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really a huge guy who writes things down. I probably should, but I don't know. It just reflects my character, I guess. But basically, he's just going to suggest that they both go, or that they go and see the sister of the guy who probably died.
Yeah, I think all the signs right now are pointing to Erica Carlisle. So I think we need to get through Bradley Gray while we wait on word if we can meet with Millie.
Okay. At this point, Alejandro's just going to say, this Bradley Gray person, do you know anything else about him other than the fact that he is a lawyer? Like, what kind of lawyer is he? Is he corrupt in any way?
Kensington says, I don't really know him. I only have heard of him through reputation through the society pages. I've never had any dealings with him.
Society pages. I'm not one who reads the paper much. I don't know what that is. All right.
It's the kind of thing where rich people talk about the parties they've had and you weren't invited.
They don't seem like my kind of party. They seem to, you Americans call, extravagant. Yeah.
Well, now that we have all this money.
Let's not blow it too much. It's only $50,000. That's probably that's probably what the cost to run one of those parties.
Says the guy who had $100 worth of tacos at lunch.
Okay. Only had 50, and they were chicken. They were not beef.
Tasty.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have asked the other lawyer.
All right. All right. Let's see.
So it is still afternoon, so we might be able to just get over to the law firm and see if Mr. Gray is in.
Did anybody visit? Did anybody visit the Juju house
We did try to visit the Juju house.
in
Tried.
the actual day?
We could just like go in, you mean? That's crazy
Yeah.
talk.
That's stupid. Going in the right way?
Well, I mean, since the last time we tried something, didn't work out.
That's only because we were being dumb. We can't get caught next time, okay? Anyways.
Yeah, we could go talk to Silas. Silas and Kwane. We haven't actually talked to him yet. We just kind of hung around his back door until we got arrested.
Yeah. Silas's Sinuses. That's the name of his nasal company. Yeah, he has a very nasally voice. That's why they call him Silas. It's not okay. I'm stupid. I'm very tired.
Hey. It's been a long day here too.
Good.
Yeah, I mean we could do that.
Yeah, so we'll do the Juju house today and see if we can find Bradley tomorrow.
Is that the answer?
That's the official answer, yes.
Yeah, let's go check out the Juju house.
Okay.
What else could possibly happen there?
What could possibly go wrong? All right.
Oops.
Okay. So, a reminder, the Juju House is in Harlem at 1 Ransom Court, a cluttered alley off of West 137th Street, east of Lenox Avenue. The short alley opens to a square court and the only doors in that alley are those of the Juju house and the back door of an abandoned pawn shop that fronts onto 138th Street. And okay. So, who's got the lowest luck roll right now?
Alejandro's got 47.
I feel like we've done this before and it wasn't me.
65.
Well, yes, but I know some of you have been spending luck, so.
I'm at 55.
The luck points are also things that you can spend. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I haven't spent any, so I'm still at 65.
47, so I guess I have the worst luck.
You get arrested again.
Okay.
Yay!
Make a luck roll for me.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
You pass. Okay. Great.
Yay.
Okay. So, you get up there and so are you just so you get there, you get to the front of the building, and there's a sign in the window that says that the shop hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. closed Sundays with lunch between 12 and 1. So the shop is open at this point. The lights are on inside. And what are you doing?
I think Alejandro will just walk in through the front door.
Yeah, they could. It'll look best if we just all come in like normal people and not go trying to pick locks in the back door.
Yeah. Cops boss us is just like, what the hell are you doing? It's just like, oh, we're just checking it.
Oh,
See,
No,
this
we
is-
were going
this
to
is
the
too tight.
bathroom. They couldn't prove we were breaking in. And then they arrested us for loitering.
all right.
What does it look like? I'm trying to commit a B&E on this thing.
And somewhere here I have people. Where are you, Silas? Silas, there he is. Oh, that token came in weirdly.
Oh, that looks good. Oh, sorry. I thought it was just like scarred to shit. I didn't realize that was facial hair.
It looked like a mummy. It looked like all kinds of wraps around him.
Hold
I feel
on,
like
it
all
came.
the characters
Hold
kinda
on,
look-
it
Oh, now
pushed,
he looks like a mummy.
it pushed it into let me turn the grid off here and then I forgot I had grid on this one, and so it pushed him into a grid square, which made him look even more horrific than he already looks. Alright. Make his tone a little bit smaller. Okay. So the shop interior is a mere 15 feet by 20 feet, or 4.5 by 6 meters. Only Silas Nakawi tends it. The shop itself is dirty, dusty, and piled with African tribal artifacts and bric-a-brac, devil's masks, leather-headed drums, stuffed model giraffes, carved wildebeests, dull hand weapons intended for display, ivory warthogs, and so on. The shop has an oppressive and uneasy feel to it. So Silas kind of looks at you guys. Let me just. Okay, so Silas just kind of, looks at you guys and it's like, gentlemen, how can I help you today?
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys do the talking.
What exactly are we looking for? Is it bloody tongue?
Silas is behind a waist-high glass cabinet which acts as a counter. He's a shriveled old African man wrapped in a red blanket. And he greets you with a toothless smile before introducing himself and asking if there's anything in particular that he's looking for, or that you're looking for.
At this point, Alejandro.
And I'll let you guys, if any of you would like, you can make either an anthropology roll, an occult roll, or a spot hidden roll.
I mean, we're looking for Kenyan tribe stuff, right? I'm sorry, I'm going back over notes.
Okay.
The one that doesn't do the multiple.
Okay, I guess I'll make a spot hidden check. I'll look to succeed.
Okay, so you notice a key on a leather thong around Silas's neck.
Yeah. At this point, Alejandro's just going to walk up
and Seamus sees the same thing.
At this point, Alejandro's just going to walk up and say, well, I actually heard of this thing called the, what you call it, the bloody tongue. I was wondering if you knew anything about it.
He kind of looks at you strangely and says, no, I don't, I definitely don't really, haven't heard of that. What can you tell me about it?
Something about the Black Wind. I just know that they are, I don't know, I just had the suspicion that they were African of some sort, and, you know, Kenya and Africa, right?
It kind of nods at you. Yes, Kenyans in Africa.
He has an education of 40.
Right in the middle.
Yeah. Sort of in the middle.
Yeah.
Is there, I don't know, I mean, I take a look around. Is there anything like any of the symbology, like, for instance, this symbol that was like cut into Jackson Elias?
No, you don't see that in evidence anywhere.
Do I see the symbol that I saw when I had the vision?
No.
Yeah, any of the stuff that we encountered in the past.
I mean, if it's like any of the regular bric-a-brac shops, it's gonna have a lot of faked garbage stuff that's to sell to tourists. I don't know if we can spot anything that's looks to be like a true artifact instead of just the decorations for tourists.
Okay, so
my anthropology's not all that good.
Yeah, you failed your occult roll.
Yeah.
And that's my occult was the highest thing, and I failed that one miserably.
My anthropology is the base level, but I guess sorry, what were you gonna say?
Anthropology.
Okay. All right.
That's like
all right. So Alejandro is actually going to look for nice. Alejandro is actually going to look for one of these things. I got this when I was in Nairobi. Yeah. Well, he's just going to look for see if there are any clubs or something.
I mean, there are some decorative. There's some decorative daggers and clubs, but nothing terribly. Nothing that you think would be terribly useful in a fight.
Okay. By the way, this one actually works. It actually.
That'd be a shillelagh for the Irish folk.
Yeah, but this is a what do you call it? A rangu in Africa. So yeah, this is what they used to stun lions and then stab them.
Anything that we think
just give them a good old bonk on the head.
Anything that we think or know of, like Jackson being interested in his kind of diverse career of things investigated.
So as I said, should we drop Jackson's name see what kind of reaction we get from Silas.
Okay. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Alejandro's just gonna go up. Do you know a man named Jackson Elias? I think his name was, right?
He just kind of looks and says, "No, I'm sorry, I don't know that name."
Huh? He's a big purveyor of this type of thing. I think he was looking up the occult and stuff. I'm surprised he never went here.
He says, "Well, as you can see, I'm just a simple African curiosities shop. I'm not really sure that I could help you with anything like that."
Can I make a psychology roll?
You can.
Okay.
Who's the guy that we were talking to at Emerson Awards?
I'm going to spend 1 luck to make that a success. Would that actually matter? I'm spending a luck anyway. Fuck it. It was only 1.
You think that he might just be playing innocent here?
So
you think you get the feeling that, especially when he said that last bit about that, he just sells African curios. You get the feeling that he's not being forthright there.
He's being very economical with the truth.
The gentleman at Emerson Imports says that Jackson Elias was interested in some of the curios that you imported.
He says, "Well, we get a lot of people in and out of the shop. I mean, if he hadn't bought anything from me, I don't know that I'd remember him."
I think that he was probably looking for something unique.
Maybe something that key opens to.
Did you see the key?
Yeah, I got the success on the spot hidden.
You got the success on the spot hidden?
Or you're going to call him on it.
Call him on the key.
Yeah. He says, "Oh, this is just for my house key, sir. But thank you for noticing." And he tucks it back under his blanket there.
Get him!
Okay, at this point, Alejandro's just gonna, go up to the counter, put his hands on it, kind of lean into him and just say, "All right, look, you're not telling me truth. I don't like it when people don't tell me truth. Okay? Now, you better tell me truth right now, or, some things might break, some bones, stuff like that. Can I make an intimidation roll?"
Yeah, good cop, bad cop. This. Yeah, let's see what happens with intimidation first.
All right, let's see what happens. I hope I don't fail. Okay, intimidation. God damn it, I can't find it on here. Oh, there it is. It's at the very tippity top. Oh, hard success.
Oh.
I say the big scary laborer better be able to scare a little old African man.
Yeah.
So at this point, he actually looks a little bit frightened and pushes past you, runs out into the street, and then starts doing like a doddering old man act and screaming, "Help! Help! Robbers and murderers in my shop! Help!
What
Help!"
if I grab him as he was brushing past me?
Too late.
Well, he's at the door. Well,
was he at the? He would have had to go past me.
I'll let you make a.
There's an awful lot of us.
By brawl check.
I'll let you make a brawl check to try to stop him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no. He's awful spry for a doddering old man, and he just whips by you and then out into the street. You can tell it. You get the feeling this is not the first time that he has played this game.
Okay.
All I wanted was
the farm and runs for daylight.
I said.
And so he's in the street screaming his head off that there's thieves and murderers in his establishment.
Okay.
There's only one way in and out of this store and it's
No,
the
there was a back door because we were trying to break into it last time.
No, you were going in the front.
Oh, we were going in the front. Okay.
You were going in the front.
Wait, I don't understand. Is this the front here, or is there
Yes,
some other
that's the front.
Okay.
Okay.
So is there a back?
So I was gonna say, let's go see if we can get into a back room and give a quick look around while he's outside playing doddering old man.
Okay. While you guys do that, I think
I close and lock the door.
No.
Yeah,
What I was going to do was I was basically just going to cover my face and just drag him back inside.
Wait, are you sure about that? Okay, well, first of all, is there another back office?
Yeah, based on the map, it looks like there's a lot darked out.
Yeah, if he keeps up this act,
I
we're
can't
gonna be in trouble again. So I kind of want to stop that.
What are the?
I'm looking for his stat block. Hold on.
I'm just like, I mean, yeah. What is the distance from here to there? That's all. I'm just like,
I didn't think you were gonna, pick a fight with an old man, but I do have his stat block just for this this occasion.
Awesome.
Okay, this is in future. We need to break up and go in two groups. One for to get arrested with Jesse and Alejandro, and the rest of us, to come along to bail them out afterwards.
Okay, so
I ain't done anything.
Let me grab tokens because we're probably gonna need them. So.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Shrink your tokens down so that we'll all fit in a space here.
He's gonna know magic, and I don't know magic yet.
Yeah, well, let's just say Alejandro cast fist.
All right, so you guys are in here. He has run out into the street here and is screaming his head off out about here. All right, so and you were asked, so all right. So you can see that there's kind of a blanket on the wall right here that you assume probably leads to a back room.
Let's go there.
What are you all doing? And then probably if you're going to be doing all sorts of different things, then I'm going to bring the initiative tracker up and we'll play it that way.
Quick, let's see what's in the back. See if there's a way out there.
Yeah, but I was basically just going to say Alejandro covers his face and tries to drag the guy back in.
Mm.
All right, everybody, throw initiative in the tracker.
I was just gonna go to the back room thing.
Okay, I guess Alejandro's doing that by himself.
I'm gonna ask everyone to put initiative in the tracker. We're gonna go off initiative to see how much you can get done before this guy gets attention of someone.
Yeah, sorry.
How long is a round in COC?
10 seconds.
6 to 10 seconds. Yeah.
I'm having a brain fart.
Dex is initiative.
Yeah, so you just put in your dexterity score.
Okay. Oh, right there. Hey, there we go.
Okay. Great. So, Martin, I'll give you first go. What would you like to do?
What are the chase rules for Call of Cthulhu? I think they updated. For
chase rules are a super pain in the ass.
We're not chasing him.
Yeah, we're not in a chase right now. I do have them up here, so it works similar to combat, but you are running around. But I'm not declaring this a chase for right now.
How about a reverse chase where we get the hell out of a dodge?
Can I try a brawl roll to try to catch him?
Well, he's already outside, so you'd have to move out there. You'd have to spend your turn moving out after
him. All right, I'll go do that then.
Okay.
But he's just gonna keep running away, right? Or can I cut him off? Can I like try to
next round? I'll give you a chance to grapple with him, but I'm gonna say you've got to spend a round getting out to where he is.
Might have better success trying to calm him down.
Oh.
And say, we don't know what the hell the big guy was trying to do.
Do I have any skills that can do that? I don't know, my guy fighter.
Do you have any social skills? Charm or persuade or fast talk? I'll accept any of those three, just not another intimidate roll. That's not gonna. That probably won't be helpful.
Nice.
All right. I say I'm sorry. My buddy,
look, man.
He's not from around here. He's having some kind of break.
That's how they do things in Peru.
You know, your shop is filled with a lot of spooky stuff, and you just had a psychotic break.
Yeah, that's how they barter over there. They starting to break things.
All right, he's starting to. He's looking at you pretty incredulously, but if someone else helps you with this, he might believe you. Jesse, you're up.
I was gonna go in the back room.
You were gonna go in the back room. Okay, you're going in the back room.
Someone with more than 22 charm.
Oh God.
That's all I got to do.
Okay.
I've only got 15, so I'm not going to be any help there.
So, sorry, let me find my flavor text for the back room. So the back room is a little bit bigger than the front. It's fairly obviously sleeping quarters. And there are casement windows that look out onto the street here and here. And a door here that's closed right now. It's kind of cracked open a little bit. You think it leads to a small bathroom. And that's what you can see in your turn. Alejandro.
All right.
What are you doing?
Okay. This might be a really dumb idea. Alejandro, while the old man's being charmed, he's basically just going to grab the old man.
Oh, sorry. I missed Seamus's turn.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right. I am going to first just try to back up that charm.
So you want to go outside and do that?
And just say,
All
what can I
right.
say? Hot-blooded South
Hot-blooded
America.
Peruvian.
Yes. And just go,
Okay. He's looks like he might be starting to buy it, but he says, I think it would be best if you all left.
I complete agreement with you, sir.
All right, so Alejandro, yeah, he's going to go into the room with Jesse. Is there anything else he can do?
Nope, that's gonna be it for your turn.
Okay.
So, so Silas is like, okay, it's fine, but you guys gotta go. You gotta get out of here now. And so he kind of is walking back towards the door. Alistair, you see Silas walking back towards the door, and you notice that your two companions are in the back room. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go try to stall this guy, but my fast talk's a little lacking. And
Why don't we try to get him to buy some? Say like, we're already here. Why don't we just buy some stuff? Like, don't look in that direction. Well,
We get a receipt.
We've recently come into a sum of money, and we'd like to buy some antiquities. Where do you keep the good stuff? Yeah, my fast talk's not good. Let me see. I could try a charm and see if we can talk him into showing us the good stuff.
Nice. Jesus.
All right.
I got a success. Woo, finally.
Woo-hoo! All right. Very good. So you've convinced the three of you have convinced him that maybe he can sell you something. So but you know, you also, Alistair, know that as soon as he walks through that door and sees your companions are rifling through his back room, this is probably going to go bad again.
We really got to plan out this shit in advance.
Yeah.
I'll give you till combat comes around again. So, Martin.
Yeah. So we have some. We recently came into some money. But can you tell us a little bit about your stock and what you specialize in, and
maybe the detailed history of it?
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to get my anthropology score up.
He says, well, I have a number. Well, okay, so great. Seamus?
Yes. I am interested perhaps in anything that you might have that you think could be. I'm a Canadian from that, and as you know, with the
solves everything.
Underground Railroad from the United States to Canada, bringing that. If there was anything I would like to have that might symbolize something of that, the homeland of many of those that utilize the Underground Railroad to Canada, thinking really fast on my damn feet.
Jesse.
Let's see here. Well, I don't know. Do I hear anything? Do I hear any of this stuff that's going on outside, or am I just like, well, I don't notice anything?
Well, none of your friends seem to have said that at any point that they were trying to signal you to get the fuck out of there. So
Okay, so I don't. I don't
gonna say that
overhear any of
that
this
you're
stuff.
far enough that since they're outside and you're in 2 rooms away, yeah, no, you have no idea. As far as you're concerned, you still think he's probably screaming his head off in the street.
Well, I suppose I would hear that. All right. In which case, let's see. How come no one else on the initiative tracker has their name on them? Let me see here.
Yeah, that's only for me too. I guess it's just for the player.
Weird. I see
Okay, so
everybody. It's a GM thing.
Yeah, I just see the pictures and then my name's on there.
Okay, what? Okay, so it's you and I next. I'm gonna do some quick looking around then, since I'm committed. I mean, how big is this room? Like I'm not sure with like a move of 8, like how far I can get.
It's like 20 by 20.
Okay. I'm gonna search the room. Looking for like, I don't know, any kind of secret stashes of whatever.
Make a spot hidden check.
I forget how this works. I got that stupid.
All right, you succeed.
That's it.
No, I have some talent that allows me to do some.
No, that talent I think like lets you get a bonus die.
The keen vision thing.
Yeah, so you got
Does
a hard
that mean
success.
I get +1?
Yeah, you get
It
+1
means
bonus.
you get the +1, which is a hard
Okay.
success.
Gonna rifle through the stuff. Or does that mean actually looking or just looking? Or
So
actually looking through the stuff? I don't know.
in one round, what I'm going to say that you can find out is that you don't see anything terribly out of place back here. You see a bed, you see a bathroom, you see a dresser and a closet. You don't really see anything that like seems to be terribly out of place.
Okay.
Alejandro.
All right.
Wait, quick question.
Yeah.
Are the windows big enough that we could actually go through them if we wanted to?
I'll say yes, but it's gonna take you. I mean, they're casement windows, so you'll have to prop them up and then jump up and crawl out. So yeah, you could do it, but you'll either need to make a climb check, a jump check, or spend a couple rounds like moving some furniture around to be able to get that done.
I just realized the old man's screaming in the alley.
Okay.
Sorry, it wasn't the street, it was the alley. Probably see that all the time in the 20s, but anyways. Alejandro is basically just going to, rummage his shit. Like, basically like...
go ahead.
I don't know if he should be subtle about this. Like, open shit, or actually, maybe even check under the bed, see if there's anything under there.
Okay. Make a spot hidden.
Okay, let's see. Let's hope I get this.
Wonderful.
Hard success. Oh my god.
So, like Jesse, you rumble around a little bit. You look under the bed specifically, and you look a couple places that Jesse didn't. I'll say that especially where you both got hard successes, that between the two of you, you've done the best 10-second looking around that you really can, and you don't find anything weird in this back room. I mean, it's obvious that the guy lives here. That's become pretty obvious to you. But other than that, you don't find anything else super weird back here.
Yeah. At this point, Alejandro's going to kind of think to himself, like, what the hell was the key for?
Did he say it was for his house?
He was probably lying. He lives here.
This is his house.
Yeah, he was lying.
Front door key? I don't know.
So,
Yeah.
I'm going to say that this is a convenient place for us to take our break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's come back in 10 minutes and figure out just how much trouble you guys are in.
All sessions must end with us in jail.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Pretty much.
I'm telling you that right now, Eric. So just start figuring it out, okay? I don't really care.
If we get out,
Wait, it's gonna roll.
I swear, the new plan, literally, Jesse Alejandro, we send them into some place that we're sure they're going to get arrested
Good cop.
first, and then we just hold back with the bail money.
We got $600,000.
My
can
character
buy the
already
entire
has a
police
criminal
force.
record. He can't afford to go to jail again.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, let's come back in 10 minutes. We'll call it 9:47 ish.
All right, see you then.
All right.